What's going on? Your host HG. I just had to tap in with y'all right quick. Um, you see the title. You see the title. Is to the street media, build or destroy? What does is to the street offer the community? Um, when I started is to the street back in 2020, I just want to get some clarification to where I was at mentally at that particular time. So I left Chicago in 2018 on September 14th. The day I left on September 14th, but the day before I left was obviously September 13th, which was my ex-girlfriend's birthday that day. And on top of that being her birthday, my closest friends, family, someone I considered family, um, grandfather had passed away, which we all call Mr. P. Um, he didn't pass away on that day. His funeral was on that day. So the day before I'm leaving to embark on a new journey, 35 years in Chicago, Southside Chicago, in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood, originally from Inglewood neighborhood, which is it's all the same thing. It's a 20 block difference. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what the name of the neighborhood is called, it's basically the South Side of Chicago. Um, you know, as a youngster, grew up on 67th Street. As a youngster, getting into my teenage years, was on 87th Street. Did some years in the suburbs, but before I left Chicago, like I said in 2018, um, it was my ex girlfriend's birthday, and it was on the day before I left was the day my people who I've been knowing majority all my life, grandfather had died, which was a grandfather to the neighborhood. He was a grandfather to the neighborhood, and it was a crazy feeling. It was weird to me, like how that situation happened. How the course of things happen. You know, with me being fed up with Chicago, um, needing to get up out of there. It wasn't about it wasn't no crazy thinking. It wasn't nothing crazy about it. It's just I knew that for me to better myself, I had to leave. Like I just knew it within myself. And like at that particular time, I was in barber school. I would say maybe like 40% into the course, doing very good. The guy um who put me in the course, who was the CEO or owner of the barbershop school. I was the last student that he enrolled. Um, man, I can't remember his name. You know, but right there on like 15th, close to the state. I'm thinking Champ. I hate I can't remember his name. I still have my photograph from that barber school in my wallet. You know, I can't remember his name though, but I was the last one of the last students that he enrolled. I was the last student that he enrolled before he died. Like maybe like a week or two later. You know, so so at this particular time, like a lot is going on. A lot is going on. You know, I have this mentality like, man, I need to get up out of here. I'm still trying to better myself. I'm in barber school, learning how to do that. I'm 40% into the course. Um, at the particular time, I'm basically managing a 3-bedroom house. Um, you know, paying bills. Scuffling, trying to keep things afloat. And then, I'm a fast forward, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little context to the mind, to the things I was thinking before I left Chicago. And then I'll get to Ears to the Street and how, that came about. But um the day before I left, like I said, it was a funeral and it was my ex-girlfriend's birthday. And I remember like it was her birthday, but like after the funeral, like the block was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the block was extra crazy on the day of the funeral. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, and I know I'm leaving tomorrow. So this is like my last day in Chicago, and the block is crazy. Like we just came from like the neighborhood grandfather had just died, Mr. P. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a guy that I've been knowing since I was 8 years old. You see what I'm saying? Like used to always tell us war stories, and because he was in the Korean War, always told us war stories. He used to take me with him to go do lawn work. Like when I was young, or at this particular time, like I wasn't that young. I was probably like you know, maybe like teenager type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like 17, 18. Um, but just like, man, I need some help. I need some help with some lawn work. You want to go with me? You make a few dollars. I'm like, yeah, come on, Mr. Pete, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? Because I always appreciated his company. I always appreciated his knowledge. Um, and it was just the granddad of the neighborhood, but he lived on my particular block. You know what I'm saying? So going to that funeral on the 13th, the day before I was leaving Chicago, just the way that lined up, it was real weird. It was real weird. I'm like, damn, like I'm embarking. And I remember thinking this like at the funeral and like during that whole time, like I'm embarking on this new journey of my life, 35 years in the game, about to move to a whole new state. You see what I'm saying? I never moved to a whole new state before. So it was just weird. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just weird having to go to that funeral. But I remember, and I felt kind of bad because it was my ex-girlfriend birthday. And like we was kind of like new in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like we was probably like a year in, and I was like, man, I hate that. Not only am I, not only is she following me to a new state, her first time moving out of state too, but it's like, man, I got her going to my people funeral on her birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but she was a soldier. She rode. You know what I'm saying? She didn't. It wasn't like a situation where she was complaining. Like she was real thorough about it. Um, and I also remember after the funeral, I remember going back to the block and see. This is where you got to understand. Um, you gotta give. You gotta give just as much as you take, because I remember this. when we everybody got back to the block was packed. I'm talking about was crazy packed. September 13th, I'll never forget it, 2018. And but she didn't want to stay on the block. And I'm like, man, it's our last day. I'm like, it's really like it's my last day. You know what I'm saying? It's both of our last day moving out of Chicago. But this is like our block was always, I ain't gonna say, it was always cracking. Like we had a block that was always cracking. You know what I'm saying? On them days, you're gonna get 30, 40, you know what I'm saying? You never know how many people you got out there. But this particular day, with it being, Mr. P funeral, um, it was crazy out there. It was crazy. It was everybody drinking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like fellowship, you know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying, we just laid to rest somebody that impacted our lives, you know what I'm saying, for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the grandfather of the neighborhood. He's seen us from for me since I was 8, and then his people, since their whole life, and a lot of other people since their whole lives. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a real sentimental evening. You know what I'm saying? After the funeral, and I wanted to be there. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be there, and but my ex at the time, it was her birthday, and she didn't make an issue out of it. She was like, "Come on, let's go down to my people crib." And I just remember thinking in my head, like, man, like I didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we shooting in Alabama in the morning. This the last kick it in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And it's 2022 now. I ain't been in Chicago since this day, since this night. You know what I'm saying? That day. So but we end up leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like in that moment in my mind, I was like, I gotta let this go. I'm already been ready to let it go. And now that tomorrow is the day to let it go for sure, I wanted a little bit more of it. You know what I'm saying? But I end up leaving. We end up kicking in her people crib, and we had a good time, for a B day with her people. You know what I'm saying? Which was, I'm glad I did that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was it was kind of like a fair exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to go to a funeral on their birthday? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? But she did it. It wasn't no fussing, wasn't no craziness, wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "This is my guy. This is people. They burying one of their people. Yes, my birthday." But she did it. And now that it's over, and this is a big party on the block, or a big gathering on the block, um, she didn't want to stay for that. She wanted to go and be with her people because she knows she leaving tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So she wanted to see her people for her birthday. And I'm like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't no conversation about it. Wasn't no nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So we kicked it with her people for the ending part of that night. The next day, we got up, packed the car up, hopped in what I have at the time. It was a 2000. I don't know. I think it was a 2012. Was it 2012? Either like a 2012 or 2014 white Malibu. I think it was a 2012. I don't want to give it no extra years. I'm thinking 12. It might have been a higher, maybe a 14 or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But it might have been a 2012. Malibu, shot to Alabama. But when I left Chicago, because I've been doing music like for the longest. Went to school for audio engineering, did all that. You know what I'm saying? But when I left, like I like basically gave away all my equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like I had equipment that I had stored for 2018. At least I had at least about 6 years, 7, 8 years of equipment. You know what I'm saying? Just like little stuff you buy here and there, mixers cords, you know what I'm saying? Like just little knickknacks, everything like anything electronically, extra microphones, you know what I'm saying? Monitors, you know what I'm saying? I ended like I sold it, but I sold it for like dirt cheap to a young kid that I used to work with. I was working at I was doing sales for Sears call center on 87th and Harlem. So young kid, you know what I'm saying? His name was Cameron. Young kid, you know what I'm saying? And we just used to chop it up, you know what I'm saying? He's a real cool young kid. You know, he was into music. And I just called him up when I was leaving. I was like, look, bro, like I got like damn near thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Just give me a few hundred. You know what I'm saying? You can have all of it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think he gave me a few hundred. He was like, man, bro, I got like 250. Like, he's like, I got like 250. Can I give you the rest? I was like, I never expected the rest. I was like, here, man, just take it. I don't even care. Like, cause I was done with music. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting in so much work. Um, and appreciate every experience I got out of it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every experience I got out of it. You know, whether or not I hit my mark or not. Um, I appreciate the journey of it. You know what I'm saying? Still rock with it. You know what I'm saying? When I feel compelled to be creative in that aspect. So but man, boom, on the way to Alabama, new journey, new experience, boom, boom, boom. So now I'm gonna just fast forward. So to Ears to the Street. So been in Alabama for about 2 years, and in my mind, I was like, man, I'm just gonna open up a barber shop. You know what I'm saying? I had like um was talking to my ex, like, look, you know what I'm saying? You learn how to do some like African braids, learn how to braid, you know what I'm saying? I brushed up on my barber skills, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like about like a year or so removed from it, you know what I'm saying? But I still cut my own hair and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, boom, I just pick up on that. Let's open up a little barber shop. We have us a little small business. We doing pretty good, you know what I'm saying, for ourselves. But man, it's just like that creativity or those ideas, they never go nowhere. It's like even though I was just working a gig and just trying to you know, do something a little more practical, so but always on some business, like always on some CEO, like I don't care, like, and that's kind of how the Ears to the Street thing came. Because even though, that wasn't something I was planning to do, the barbershop thing was like still thinking that CEO mind. Like I always just wanted to just work for myself. You know what I'm saying? And um, but I was just thinking, like I said, something a little more practical. You know what I'm saying? Even though, having a media page these days is extra practical. Like everyone's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the old thing now. I'm new at it, you know what I'm saying? But it's an old thing. That's the thing. Like when I left Chicago, I had podcast equipment then. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna do a podcast back in 2018. I had like 4 mics, all the stands. I had like everything I needed to do the podcast. I had the software. I had everything to do a podcast in 2018. You know what I'm saying? Even before 2018, maybe like 2016 to 17. I already had all this. I just never did it. You know what I'm saying? I was just really focused on the music and I was doing engineering. You know what I'm saying? I had fell off the beat making like a while before then. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I probably should have stuck with was the beat making. But I was just an artist. I like writing. Writing is my thing. Like that has become my thing. Like that's the thing that I'm good at is writing, you know. And I'm just talking about expressing my mind writing. You know what I'm saying? Not so much as um just expressing myself. You know what I'm saying? Just expressing myself and being creative with it. You know what I'm saying? And being creative with it. So I was just gonna do the barbershop thing, you know what I'm saying? Get back on track. And But that created to me like, man, like boom, 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 like what can I do? Because I'm working, shit is cool, I'm comfortable, I got a new whip, boom, boom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? X, she got the 2020. I just caught me a new something. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, we good, we comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I need to do something. So I thought about Is to the Street, and I thought about the idea of Is to the Street. But my one of my business partners, my nigga KP, he came up with the actual name Is to the Street. You know what I'm saying? So I did my due diligence. I went online, I searched it, I did a Secretary of State search to see who had the name. Now, so far, Secretary of State didn't nobody had a name. It was variations of the name. You know what I'm saying? But on YouTube, it was only the one dude that had the name that had been using it, but he was like inactive with it. Like a year had passed. You know what I'm saying? So he hadn't posted no videos for about like a year. And he came back later to try to threaten me and said he was gonna do some things to me. I was like, bro, like he told me, like he was, he was like, man, bro, you can't just be coming taking names and stuff. And I'm like, nigga, it's for one, it's not, it's a common name. It's like a common saying Is to the Street. It's nothing authentic that much about it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be surprised that someone else came up with this. But then the thing is like the type of dude I am, I'm like, look, bro, if your shit is to the street and my shit is to the street, and it's just a spelling difference. You know what I'm saying? With an S on, you got the S, I don't have the S, I got the number two, you have the TO. I was like, in my mind, I was like, let's link. You know what I'm saying? We can link up, bro. I don't even know you from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? But let's link up. So far as corporately, and I explained this story in another video like a year ago. But I'm just taking you down the road a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like let's link up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But before I can even express that through the the YouTube comment section that he's attacking me on verbally or textually, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about, man, watch your back, something's gonna happen to you. Um, 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 shit gonna get ugly for you. So I told the nigga, I was like, nigga, shit been ugly my whole life, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga. Shit, like, what you, like, nigga, I'm not worried about nothing ugly, shit, nigga. I'll be scared if you said something cute was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, nigga? Tell me something good is coming, then I'll be worried. You know what I'm saying? So, but to get back to the story, Is to the Street, my man's KP, you know what I'm saying, came up with the actual name, and then, um, I just start putting it together. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of dude I am. Like, once the idea is there, let's start walking our dogs to go step by step to see, to how this thing come to fruition and it be a real thing. You know, Is to the Street is a media company. Um, and regardless of what anyone says, that is a creation that came from the mind of me and came from, you know, the so far as the name of it came from the mind of one of my business partners, one of my homies. You know what I'm saying? Day one homies. You know what I'm saying? So um everything that falls up under Is to the Street Media LLC is a creation. Even if that creation is, podcast, even if that creation is just screenshotting or screen saving someone else's content and reposting it to mine, so you know, I don't want anyone to feel that they can diminish or shortchange the effort put into building this brand, this movement, is to the street. You know, this is something that I take pride in. This is something that um, has taken money to get to the level that it's at now, and it's at a baby level now. For now, it is, but we're constantly growing. Is to the street is constantly growing, constantly growing. And all aspects is growing. You know, not only, and we're not just talking about subscribers on YouTube. You know, we're talking about, the production. We're talking about the creativity. We're talking about the bridges that are being formed with linking with certain people that we interview and people that we don't interview. You see what I'm saying? So this all started from an idea. So now that we're where we're at with Ears to the Street, this is all a product of my creativity. So I'm just saying that, and I don't care, like, how many people got media companies. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't discount hip hop artists because there are other hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying? They're all artists. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, is to the street. To get back to what I was saying with developing is to the street, creating is to the street. It was at a time where I was pretty much chilling out, brainstorming, trying to build, and you know, maybe the artist in me, the creativity in me, um, just made me do a media company because I was thinking like, okay, like what to do. And I was like, man, let me do a media company because I knew having a media company that would give me the most flexibility. You know what I'm saying? With the media company, you can just pretty much play around with what you want to play around with. You see what I'm saying? Like I do with my channel. Like, I post content from other people. And the reason I don't do commentary with my posts is because I'm not trying to sway anybody. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sway what's being heard. See, and I'm not knocking people that do commentary. Do whatever you want to do with your channel. But that's the reason I don't do commentary. You see, if I'm going to talk about something, I'll talk about it like this. That way you can hear it from my mouth. And even though commentary is the same thing, you hear it from a person's mouth. But with the commentary, in my opinion, it lends itself more to trying to get a person to, um, to probably tag along with your way of thinking or your point of view or your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't do commentary on Ears to the Street Media, is because this is the person that said it. Here goes the video. You know, take it for what it is with that. You know what I'm saying? If it's something I want to speak on, I'll come on and speak about it specifically like this. You know what I'm saying? But you know, to get to the title of this video, build or destroy. Um, I'm trying to build with Ears to the Street Media. Not saying this platform can't be used to destroy something that needs to be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? But at this particular point with this platform, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to have, my slogan is where fact and entertainment meet. So I try to stick to that. That's what I originally came up with, where fact and entertainment meet. So if I'm saying something factual, well, I'm not if I'm saying something factual, but everything that comes out of Ears to the Street Media, I want it to be factual. All my interviews, you know what I'm saying? I want this to be true, honest, factual information. Now, the other aspect of it is the entertainment. With the entertainment, who knows what you might get. You might get some bullshit, you might get some ratchet shit, you might just get something that's just entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Don't got to be bullshit or ratchet, just entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's a reason the fact come before the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because this platform is about showcasing um, or presenting factual information to the best of my knowledge, to the best of my interviewer's knowledge, my interviewee's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, I pride myself on that. The people that I interview, I'm hoping that they're being 100% genuine, honest people with no agenda attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need people coming on ears to the street media, and everyone has an agenda to a degree, you know, but I want the agenda to be as positive as possible. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to perpetuate any more BS that's already so much of. You know what I'm saying? I want factual, positive information. You know what I'm saying? But if it comes a time where it's to the street where, I have to put put my efforts into something that needs to be attacked or destroyed, then I'll do so. You know what I'm saying? This weapon, um, this is to the street platform could be used for many things. You know what I'm saying? It could be used for positive. It could be used for negative. It could be used for positively doing something negative to somebody that needs to be something negatively done to them because they on their BS. You know what I'm saying? So, but for the most part, the last year and a half that I've been doing this, it's just been nice, um, respectful builds with interviewers. You know what I'm saying? With interviewees, I mean. You know what I'm saying? And just building and dialoguing. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of all my interviews. I'm proud of the people that, you know, um, volunteered their time and their thoughts to to come on the platform and talk their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Talk their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Each and every one. You know, I just really want to come on here and just and really show and really tell people like what is to the street media is all about. I don't want this platform to get misconstrued for something that it's not. And I don't want people to get me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because um, I move a certain way. I'm not just doing anything going here for views. um I post certain things to get views sometimes, which is just normal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like current event stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff I posted with Kanye from the south side of Chicago. I'm from the south side of Chicago. Like, you know I fuck with Ye. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I fuck with Ye. You know what I'm saying? I don't say I'm not gonna sit here and say like I agree with everything Kanye does or says, but for the most part, I think he, from what I see, because I don't know Kanye personally. And it's people like I just seen a video what Bo Deal did, and he was like, "Nigga, I don't really fuck with Kanye. I don't think he a good guy." Da, 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 da. And like, I don't know Bo Deal. I've seen Bo Deal before. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him a few times. You know what I'm saying? With some of the stuff that I was doing in Chicago, a lot of events and stuff. You know, the people I was running with. You know what I'm saying? Throwing events and stuff like that. Bo Deal would come to these events. I never had a conversation with him. I think I said like, "What's up?" to him. He's like, "What's up, bro?" And that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So, like just recently though, I've been posting a lot of Kanye clips. You know what I'm saying? you know, some of the stuff that he's been saying, like I agree with, like this recent stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I agree with everything or everything that he did in the past, but certain shit that I rock with, I'm gonna post that because I rock with that. Like what he said there made sense. I like it. I'm posting it. You know what I'm saying? And it's current eventish. You know what I'm saying? And shit did some numbers on the page. Boom. To me, that's good media. You know what I'm saying? If he does something that I feel that's kind of whack, will I post it? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? It depends. So everything that I post on my channel and every interview I have, I do it at a discretion based off my personality. You know what I'm saying? I can't just move off views. You know what I'm saying? I can't move off views, and unfortunately, you know, I can't I can't do anything with my platform that's outside of my personality. And that might not be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That might be counterproductive in a sense. You know, am I just doing this for a come up, or is there a more substantial reasoning behind what I'm doing? You see what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here telling everyone that's watching or is gonna see this video, there's a more substantial reason why I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing this for views. I ain't doing this for views. You see what I'm saying? If I could get some extra views, cool. But this ain't no view thing. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I want people I want people to understand what Is to the Street Media is and how it's being ran and the integrity behind it. You know, this ain't no come on Is to the Street, do what you want, say what you want type of podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that over here. I treat this podcast like I used to treat my crib on 87th Street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can come over here, have a good time, talk, do what we do, talk our stuff. But soon as niggas get to arguing and doing too much, or it seem like it's about to get to a level of an altercation, y'all gotta get the fuck up out of here. Like, get the fuck up out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you can't do that over here. You can't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ride out with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's nothing wrong with having an intellectual, mature conversation that people disagree on. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not respectful, you know what I'm saying, then I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with disrespectful dialogue. You see what I'm saying? I can't rock like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, this is based off my experience. What has always kept me cool with no issues, and not saying that we care about having issues, but what has worked for me is always displaying respect, even if I'm in disagreement with something. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I'm in disagreement to something where I want a problem, then that just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. If I'm in disagreement with something to where I want a problem, then I'll address it that way. You see what I'm saying? But if I'm disagreeing with something and, you know, maybe I don't mind if there's a problem, you know what I'm saying? Then who knows how that'll come out. You know what I'm saying? But, my main thing is always to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? So, Is to the Street Media, you know, this isn't a platform where you can come over here and try to lie. You know what I'm saying? We're not lying on here. We're not coming on Is to the Street Media attacking other people. That's not something we're doing. Um, if there's something that needs to be addressed and it's factual information, then let's talk about it and let's discuss it and let's address it. No problem. I have no problem doing none of that. No problem doing none of that. And I don't care who is the person or situation or business or company that's being that is faulty and needs to be addressed. You see what I'm saying? I don't care who it is, from the smallest to the biggest. If they're factually harming the community, harming people, then they need to be put on blast, and we need to handle that efficiently. You know what I'm saying? But your paperwork got to be in order. You know what I'm saying? Can't be no half-ass emotional thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Got to be in order. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Not no, a nigga said the wrong word type shit. You know what I'm saying? A nigga said something wrong by mistake and all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? My fault. Google me. Google me. All right, let me answer some of these questions from uh from Buddy. Google me, fella. Forever I love Atlanta. I fuck with Atlanta. I fuck with Atlanta. Atlanta broke me in about like a month and a half ago. They stole my car. You know what I'm saying? So once you do something like that to me, I feel like I'm part of the family now. So I'm official an Atlanta nigga. That's how I look at it. I did 35 years in Chicago. I did a couple years in Atlanta, and like I'm in Atlanta now. You know what I'm saying? Once you steal my car and take all my equipment, I'm family now. you know what I'm saying? Google you is basically signifying the collective conscience of the common man. Okay, I hear you. That's smart. People make their own minds. It's good to get a reading of what's on the people's minds, no doubt. Do you think that Black Lives Matter is a scam? I mean, the Black Lives Matter thing, you know what I'm saying? Like when you read their memo or their mission statement, it tells you right there. I read it before, but it was a while ago. You know what I'm saying? But um, you know, is it based off? I mean, look at what's going on with them. The money didn't go. It was supposed to go. They buying houses, all that shit. I didn't. I'm not 1,000. I'm not neck deep in that thing. You know what I'm saying? But just based off the mission statement, the new stuff that's arrived, that's been coming about with with them, the money not being going where it's supposed to go, and all that stuff. It's a little suspect, if not a lot suspect. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter. I ain't about to get off into sexuality and all that stuff on this. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it definitely was geared toward the not 100% geared toward black men, black heterosexual men. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know enough about it like that. Like I'm not deep into that. You know what I'm saying? So, like a lot of shit be like, in my opinion, just be some extra shit. You see what I'm saying? Just to clock some dollars, or motherfuckers got like weird agendas. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of shit like I don't even pay no mind to. You know what I'm saying? This Black Lives Matter shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can't even really offer no heavy information on it because I move a certain way. So when shit look funny or shit really ain't showing itself to be a significant difference in the community, it's like it lose my attention. Like what is they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like with the rioting. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's fucking 2022 and niggas is rioting, which is not necessarily a 100% bad thing. But you can't riot and then have no plan after the riot. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a plan after the riot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about organized boycotts, organized rioting. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna just wild out for a week or so on rioting. Having an organized plan in effect to rebuild the community that you just rioted. The rioting, the rioting in my opinion, the rioting establishes control of that section. But that's the thing. While you're rioting, you have forces that come to control the rioting, and then y'all have a standoff. You see what I'm saying? Then everyone gets sleepy. Everyone gets tired of rioting. Like people just want to go to bed. The police want to go to bed. the rioters want to go to bed, so the rioting stops for a while. Then the next day comes, there's more rioting, then the police come back out there and do all that. So, are we rioting to the point where the police don't come no more? And if we get to that point with rioting, then we can establish, okay, how do we reestablish the community that we're rioting in? You see what I'm saying? Are we establishing law and order? But that's the thing. Just because the police don't come for a few days, don't mean they're not coming. They're gonna come back eventually. You see what I'm saying? And if the police force ain't enough, then they're gonna come with more departments. And once that department, if the riot even lasts that long, is that department is going to bring a stronger department until you get to the military. You see what I'm saying? So with rioting, it's really kind of it's a statement, but I don't know how effective it is if you're not organized and have a real organized structure behind the rioting. So all that Black Lives Matter shit, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, the people who behind it, you know what I'm saying, don't seem really legitimate with what they say it is. Now, I did know that. I did know that. I did know that they changed their mission statement and hid their history. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's like I said, I don't keep up with it. I don't keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't keep up with it. Like, man, bro, I don't know if you're a female or a guy, but um, you know, shit is weird, man. Like, I don't get it, man. There's a lot of weird shit going on that I got an opinion on, and a lot of shit I don't even care to discuss because it just don't fucking matter at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? It's like if you trying to build, then build. You see what I'm saying? With your mind, build with people, reach out to people, and if you guys have some common ground, then build together. Build together. All right, Google, I'm a man, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Build together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I did. Like I started an organization, um, called One Nation. And it's at the beginning levels. We ain't doing nothing. Right now we is group chatting and doing some small things so far as like individual, not individual, but collective things that we're doing. But real small stuff. Real small stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like very, very baby stepish. Baby stepish. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, just trying to build. You know what I'm saying? Meet new people. Hopefully, we have some common interest and just build off that. You know what I'm saying? That's what each of us have to do, in my opinion, individually in our own sectors of the world. You know what I'm saying? Build with people that's two houses down from you. Build with people off the internet. You know what I'm saying? They might like all the people in the organization that I started are in different states, except for one person. You know what I'm saying? So, and we, it ain't like a everyday thing where we're talking every day and that, but we keeping in contact. We got our group chat. We bounce ideas, we bounce videos off each other, and just build slow with people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make a difference, you know what I'm saying? Just build slow with people. Fuck all these. I ain't gonna say fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Do thorough investigation of the movements that you're attaching yourself to, but fuck all that watching from a distance, Black Lives Matter shit. You know what I'm saying? You are. Um, I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. It don't matter to me who I interview next. I reach out to people. What's up, Rock? There go Queen Rub. You know what I'm saying? Um, I reach out to people. What's up? Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. One of my people in the organization, Queen Rub. Beautiful, beautiful spirit. So creative. And I see you've been turning up, Libra. Libra gang. Rub and turning up. Rub and turning up. But yeah, man, just reach out to the people. Reach out to the people, in your neighborhood or people that line up with you online, and just slowly build. Just slowly build. Slowly do it. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's positive, that you putting out into the atmosphere, putting out into the universe, you know what I'm saying? You're doing good work. You're doing good work. And that's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I'm doing with Ears to the Street. I'm trying to put out positivity. But if it's some BS going on and Ears to the Street need to address it, we're gonna address it. You know what I'm saying? It just gotta be thorough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hopping out on no limb, you know, just because somebody said a word wrong or said a phrase wrong, and you're trying to ride that like it's really a like it's really an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. Sometimes when you doing these live interviews and you getting caught up in your teachings, you might say the wrong word or come off the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens sometimes. Um, I've done it a whole bunch of times. Like I'll do an hour interview, or not even an interview. I'll do an hour monologue like this, and then I'll listen to it the next day. I'm like, oh man, I said that out of context. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens. But I'm not about to scrap the whole video because I missaid something for 20 seconds in the video. Like, nah, like I just gotta roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully people don't take that too much out of context, even though I said it out of context, and hope people don't use it against me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Look at Libra gang. Yes, sir. Queen, yes, sir. I hate I was out of town when you was in Atlanta. I would have loved to meet you. But I'm being the shy. I probably don't make it this year, but I'm definitely coming early next year. I'm definitely coming early next year. You know what I'm saying? But to get back to the topic, build or destroy. You know what I'm saying? I'm building with Ears to the Street. I'm trying to, not trying. I'm in the process of manifesting the reality that I want for myself. You know what I'm saying? Positioning myself genuinely with people that I have admiration and respect for, based off what it is that they do. You see what I'm saying? And I bring to the table what I bring to the table if we build in that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to build with everybody that I interview. Sometimes it's just an interview. You know what I'm saying? To showcase what they got going on, to give my fan base, not my fan base, my supporters, just a dope interview. Like the interview I just did with Mr. G. Like dope interview. Like I put the interviews out in parts, but sometimes the interview be so dope, I want to like drop it all at once. But the more content I get, the more flexibility I have. With my personal situation, because I'm still punching the clock. So you know, I don't want to have a hour interview and put the whole interview out, and then as that, and then I'm looking for the next interview. I'll put it out in portions. You know what I'm saying? Just to stretch the content. You know what I'm saying? Give people something to look forward to. When y'all watching Kanan, Book of Power, and all that stuff, you know, you don't want to watch 8 episodes all at once. You know what I'm saying? Even though you hate you gotta wait for the next episode, but it makes it more enticing because you gotta wait a week for the next episode. So that's just what we doing with the material. Boom, there you go. Rub Queen Rub. You know what I'm saying? And I just posted that maybe like a week or so ago. You know what I'm saying? Like God don't make mistakes, people do. You know what I'm saying? So um, no doubt. As individuals, in my opinion, we should always be, what I'm saying, we should always be, you know, trying to better ourselves. But we are who we are. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all come to a disagreement, that's why like I be having disagreements with people. I don't even be taking it personal. I be like, all right, man, like I don't understand it, but it ain't nothing that ain't how I would move, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move different from the next person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But I got love, I got respect and love for everybody. As long as people keep it respectful with me, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, depending on what you say, what I'm saying, I might just like, I ain't gonna trip off that. You know what I'm saying? It might have came off a little disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna trip on it. It ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm moving off a whole nother mentality at this time. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of good things been happening to me, and there's still some bad things that's been happening. Like I just said, car got stole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not only did the car get stole, the stuff in the car got stole too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I shook it off. I was like, man, I was like, you know what? Don't even trip. Let me just get back to business, bounce back. You know what I'm saying? It was a little hit. It was a nice uppercut. It was a little uppercut right there, but man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Just a lapse in judgment, and somebody just took advantage of it and came up. You know what I'm saying? They needed it. They needed it. You know what I'm saying? I can't get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like they needed it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But ears to the street. We definitely building. We building. We building, man. And I don't. I don't. I just don't want ears to the street to. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, Queen. I appreciate your support, Queen, and I love your energy. You so turned, like you know what I'm saying. Like you from the shy, so you know what I'm saying. I don't get to be around like a lot of Chicago women no more. So like us linking and how you be doing your thing and how we be chopping it up. I'm like, it's like one of the homegirls from the block. Like I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a taste of home. So that's real shit right there. I love it. I love it. That's definitely your whole. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, your whole vibe is beautiful though. I love your vibe. I love your vibe. I'm telling you, when I touch down in Chicago, I'm definitely hitting you up. Definitely hitting you up. We gotta kick it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But yeah, man, here's to the street, man. We building. That's why I say build or destroy. What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? So anything that's fake and phony, you know what I'm saying? We definitely all about destroying it. If it proves to be fake and phony. Or and definitely if it proves to be harmful to the community. Like we ain't allowing none of that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't allowing none of that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we just gotta make sure that the information is there. We can't be, me. I can't say what nobody else do. I can't be going off on no crazy limbs. It ain't about no trying to reserve some opportunity and all that shit. Like, man, nigga been getting it on his own. Win, lose, or draw. Niggas been getting it on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if a motherfucker can link with somebody and make shit pop, cool. But nigga, ain't nobody compromising theyself for no motherfucking opportunity one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, niggas where I'm from, we don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you got $1 million in the bag next to you, nigga. As soon as you say some crazy shit or do some crazy shit, nigga, you'll get the bag took from you. You know what I'm saying? But niggas ain't doing no crazy black flips for no opportunities to fuck with nobody. Niggas is gonna fuck with niggas off the strength of who they is, or they ain't gonna fuck with them because they ain't fucking with off the strength of who they is. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is over here. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody care about, you know, everyone would like the opportunity to progress. But where I'm from, we don't lay on no couches with niggas, nigga. We don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no compromising with integrity. It ain't no compromising with dignity. It ain't no compromising with self-respect. Ain't no compromising with moving thoroughly. We don't do that from where I'm from. I wasn't brought up that way, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much money you got or what opportunity you got. I've been getting it on my own, or if I haven't been getting it on my own, the circle been so motherfucking close or so motherfucking tight, nigga. Like, nigga, you ain't one you not one of those guys or one of those females. You know what I'm saying? So, the opportunity that you present, it gotta be an opportunity based off you just fucking with a nigga or how a nigga is. You know what I'm saying? How a nigga get down. You know what I'm saying? But all that, that funny acting shit, I ain't with none of that shit. Exactly, Kareem. You know what it is. Shit. You gotta read. I don't know. I don't know. I think like Southside Chicago motherfuckers like a little different because Kanye getting all this slack, and like I got nothing but love for Bo Deal. You know what I'm saying? And I got nothing but love for Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's unfortunate that it's not even unfortunate. Everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing that Bo Deal said. He was like, "Man, I don't hate you for fucking with Kanye. Don't hate me for not fucking with Kanye." And that's like the realest shit right there. Because like when I post that shit with Kanye, like niggas be mad in the comments, but I ain't mad, and I'll be like, "Man, that's your opinion. I respect it." You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I gotta say. Like I respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how you feel. Like one of my homegirls off the block, she hit me up. I had posted about Father Flager. And she know who she is. It's family, you know what I'm saying? It's family shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So me saying this, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck, you know what I'm saying? But this family, like this is my family. Like, her mama that fed me plates, barbecues, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is family, But she hit me up and was like, I posted about Father Flager from Saint Sabina. I went to Saint Sabina. I went to that Catholic school. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to sixth grade there. You know what I'm saying? And Father Flake always been the preacher, you know what I'm saying? And he done work in the community, you know what I'm saying? So, um, she posted like, "Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that, da da da." He, I asked him to do some work. He looked at me like I was asking him for money, da da da. And I was like, "Damn, like, I feel you, like." And I know this girl, like, you know what I'm saying? This is my family, like, I know her, you know what I'm saying? Like, years on the block, you know what I'm saying? Always kicking it. And I'm like, damn, I can't get mad at her experience and what happened with her. You know what I'm saying? And she could be like 100% factual about what she's saying. But the thing is, and I was a shorty though, but I still remember. And then I also had a conversation with him when I was older. You see what I'm saying? And that's just not my experience from him. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, like somebody I've been knowing hella long that I grew up on the block with, you know what I'm saying, for a certain aspect of my life is telling me not to give props to Father Flager from Saint Sabina, a school I went to for my younger years, and just visually seeing had a couple, he's a grown up and I was a kid. So our conversations are not gonna be that deep. You see what I'm saying? But I remember talking to him. But I had a brief conversation with him when I was older, when I was like in my early 20s. Very brief conversation though. And just based off the work he's done in the community, in my opinion, he seemed like a stand-up dude. Not saying he's exempt from flaws, you know what I'm saying? Because we all human, and you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is with that. But it seems like he's been a credible figure in the black community in Chicago, in the South Side of Chicago. And like she didn't really have nothing good to say about him. And I had to respect that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That's your experience. And then that's the thing, like with that being her experience and me know her like that, then it questions my perception of him now. And I'm like, damn, like, even though I don't have no bad experiences with him, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like what that puts you in a weird space. You know what I'm saying? When you got one person saying something about a person that isn't your experience with, and you thinking like this person is like shit, like cool as fuck, doing the right thing, doing a good thing. But then you got, somebody that you got respect for and know telling you something different about the person and put you in a weird space. So now it's like, damn, am I wrong? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, things that can occur with like Ears to the Street Media with dealing with different people. Now that I'm getting into this thing, and like a lot of the people that I've been interviewing have been part of the conscious community. So it puts you in a weird space, you know what I'm saying? Puts you in a weird space when you just have admiration for people that you've seen on the internet, that you've learned from, and now that you're having conversations with these people, you see that everybody ain't rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? Then it puts you like in a weird space in the middle because like it's like you don't know none of these motherfuckers. It's like I don't know none of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like I was intrigued by the information. The information has been informative and enlightening. And now that I have a podcast or I have a media company with a podcast component to it, and I'm interviewing you, and based off these interviews, sometimes they turn into more dialogue. And now that there's more dialogue based off these interviews and building, you start to see the division in the community, you know. And you seen it and I seen it beforehand, even what I'm saying, before I seen the division before I got to the space with Ears to the Street that I am now. You know what I'm saying? I seen the division, but with interviewing these people, like it get a little crazy. Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's weird. Like, like I don't understand it. Like we all want the same thing, but we all beating each other up to get it. When we can all get it if we all work together. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like we all want houses, but instead of us helping each other to build each other's houses, we like just want to say forget you and build my own house, or I'll just take these 3 4 people to help me build my house, and I'll just help them build their house, and you other 5 people that want houses too, even though these extra 5 people could help me build my house quicker, I'm just going to build my house with these 2 people because those are the 2 people that I like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like let's just all build houses together, respect each other, and respect each other's personalities and how we move, as long as it's respectful. And let's build. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers is weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm dropping. I put part one out yesterday. I'm gonna drop part two in a couple days or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the part one, like, we really just warming up. Like, we got into a lot on that interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, he expressed a lot about his walks with Sebi. Um, it was a real dope interview. Like, it was a real dope interview. Real dope interview. I'm definitely I got like I still got a lot of the Oskino interview to put out. Um I think I made to put out maybe 3 parts of the Oskino, maybe 3 4 parts of the Oskino. You know what I'm saying? Me and Oskino talked for like an hour and a half. So right now you probably only got like maybe like 25 minutes worth of content, if that much, because I know the Oskino clips, I've been dropping shorter clips because we talked about so much. So the Oskino interview, you might got like 7 8 minute clips, you know. So it's a lot more the Oskino interview. Oskino, like that interview was dope. The Mr. G interview was dope. The Oskino interview was dope. The DJ Omanaya interview was dope. I wish I could have interviewed him longer, but that interview was it was random. You know what I'm saying? That interview just came out of nowhere. And that's crazy because DJ Omanaya knows Mr. G. So and that was like a coincidence. Like I didn't know that they both worked with Wendy Williams. You see what I'm saying? So um, that was just coincidental because when I talked to Mr. G on the phone, he's like, I thought you just did an interview with Omanaya. I was like, yeah, I did. He's like, I know Omanaya. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, people know me from Wendy Williams. He worked with Wendy Williams too. He's one of the DJs. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, shit, I didn't know that. I was like, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, Omanaya people reached out to me and was like, man, let's set up an interview with Omanaya. I was like, shit, let's do it. It's like, oh, he the DJ for A Boogie with the Hoodie and Ed Lover. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Let's set it up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt. No doubt, Google. I mean, yeah, no doubt. Hey, so Yoruba. Yeah, that's the that's what Mr. G was talking in the interview, right? When he was talking about his people from Honduras, right? That's what you mean, Google? Yeah, 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 yeah. See, man, it's all new information for me, man. And that's what this is about. Like people really don't get it. Like people don't understand. Well, I'm gonna let people know. Like people probably don't know. Like these interviews are for me. I mean, like these interviews ain't like for everybody else. Like it's like okay, like get what you can out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll post them and I hope that you get all the stuff out of it that you need for whatever, whether it be entertainment or factual. But these interviews are for me. I'm interviewing these people because I want to know. You know, that's my secret, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like these interviews are for me. Like most of my interviews, mostly all of my interviews, except the Omanaya one, and except for a couple of that I did with Inky, because me and Inky, we came up, just with an agreement that we'll do interviews on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of those interviews was live interviews. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do live interviews. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start doing more live, not so much live interviews, but doing more of this. But the interviews are for me. I do them. I do them not live. You know what I'm saying? And I just and that's one thing Mr. G said. He gave me my props. He's like, man, bro, this is like a conversation. And I was like, Mr. G, that's what I want it to be. That's why I don't do the interviews live. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to talk to you. That's what the interviews is a conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of the interviews. And when you have a conversation with someone, yes, sir. When you have a conversation with someone, you're having a conversation with that person so you can learn about that person and how they feel and what they think and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And those conversations are for me. So I could gain information and knowledge and understanding just of who this person is. You know what I'm saying? And some things I'll use, some things I want. You know what I'm saying? So far as the interview, I'm going to post all of it. You know, I've never, I haven't came to a point. Oh, most definitely, knowledge is power, Queen. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I haven't gotten to a point with my interviews where someone has said something that I didn't want to post. You know what I'm saying? It's came to the ears to the street table where someone wanted to say something on on the on my platform that I just really didn't feel comfortable with. Like, I ain't really on that. You know what I'm saying? And I respect everyone's, whatever that they got going on or whatever they disposition in or position is. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes y'all can keep rocking, and sometimes I gotta go y'all separate ways. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate fucking up a bill over some lame shit. It's lame to me. You know what I'm saying? But or something that could be easily worked out. You know what I'm saying? But it happens sometimes. It's just the nature of the beast. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is sometimes. You know, it'd be nice if I could get along with everyone and build with everyone and have this kumbaya moment on this ears to the street thing, but it's just not gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to get it to that though. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel. And that's just what it is with me. Like I just feel that's how the world should be. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, motherfuckers is, motherfuckers is. I just said, like with the house scenario I gave, or analogy that I gave. Just think about this, y'all, and y'all let me know if I wish I could see. Those must be emojis, but I can't. They come up as like little like rectangles. They don't even come up as nothing. But just figure this out, or just think about this. We all got families, right? You either got a brother, sister, mother, father, grandchild, dog, like whatever consists of your household family. You got a house, you got people that live in the house. What comes to the house? Electricity, water. You got to go get food. You know what I'm saying? You need clothes. You have things in your house that provide entertainment, such as your phone, your TV, board games, books, um, whatever your household consists of. Whether it be people or materials that you utilize for whatever those reasons are. Now you have the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? You have your family, and then you have planet Earth. You see what I'm saying? So, out of everybody on planet Earth, they all have the same thing in their homes for the most part. Some people are poor and fucked up and don't have a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the full vastness of the earth, it's people that's fucked up, don't got TVs, water, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're just gonna exclude them for right now. You know what I'm saying? But you have all these people, houses, water, food, TVs, cars. Everybody has this. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Now, everybody is doing the same thing, using the same stuff, but they're all over the world in different parts of the world. So you got people that's in colder regions. You got people in tropical regions. You got people in regions that sometimes be hot, sometimes be cold. You know what I'm saying? All over the world. North America, South America, Spain, Italy, Africa, Japan, Russia, the Ukraine, Greenland. You got everybody doing the same thing everywhere so far as house and shelter. So you got everybody doing the same thing, but can't nobody get along. Can't nobody get along. Like I don't get it. Like if that's it's that simple, right? You guys gonna be like some grandiose thing. I was gonna say no, it's that simple. Like everyone's doing the same thing, but can't nobody get along. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. Like it's just like from my neighborhood. I got my neighborhood, and then it's the neighborhood across the avenue or across the street or whatever. And all these motherfuckers do the same shit: smoke weed, get high, get drunk, hang out, party, do whatever they do. But these niggas can't get along for nothing. Like, how can you have so much beef with someone that does exactly the same thing that you do? I don't get it. Like, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. Like, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? If we're doing the same things, why, or we need the same things to survive, why are we beefing with each other when we could be working together to ensure that we have these same things? Instead of beefing where I could hurt you and stop you from doing any of these things. And then someone that loves you will come and hurt me and stop me from doing these things, which will in turn emotionally fuck up my family or hurt my family. And now we have these feuds. Okay, because once blood gets spilled, it's hard to recover from blood being spilled. You see what I'm saying? And that's where we're at right now, where so much blood has been spilled on both sides. It's like we don't even know why we're warring anymore. We're just fucking killing each other up. Like we forgot where the fucking beef even came from. It's like times like you be in a relationship and y'all argue, and then like the next day, let's say y'all might have been drinking, and it's like y'all don't even know what y'all was arguing about, but y'all mad at each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's where we at with the community. That's where we at with the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have the USA, and this is the territory. This is our territory. You know what I'm saying? And people lay claim to stuff. It's only one way you can lay claim to anything, and that's by force. You see what I'm saying? It's about force, or people don't inhabit that land to where, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to display force because there's no one to display force against because no one inhabits that land. You see what I'm saying? But we lay claim. When I say we, I'm just talking about country or government. They lay claim to a land that they didn't create, but they occupy. You see what I'm saying? Don't know. Name me one human that made Earth. Who made Earth? Who made Earth? Oh, it's always egos. There's always egos. No one made Earth, but you lay claim to it like it's yours. It is ours. It's all of ours. It's all of ours. The problem is the respect of it. The respect of the respect of the sections that we naturally originated in. That's where the problem came in at. And that's the same problem that we're having to this day. Wherever human beings sprung from, yeah, it's all the same. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. That's what I'm talking about, Queen. I mean, Google. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You have people who you have, countries, neighborhoods, laying claim to a section of the earth when we're all occupying the same earth. But it's like we feel like we're gonna lose something by giving it or sharing. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all live off the same thing. We all need food. We all need shelter. We all need water. Um, Boom. Those are the main things right there. Food, shelter, water, resources, basically at the end of the day. Why not just work together to make sure everybody good? Why not reformat the system to where, but that's the thing. Like you said, ego. And then it's power. You see, people want to have power over people. That's the problem that comes. That's the real fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? It's the power. People love to be able to tell other people what to do. That's what they love. When they could tell you what to do, that's just like that shit is like ice cream or something. You know what I'm saying? Like the best shit in the world. That's what motherfuckers be wanting, to tell you what to do. Just look at the situation as black people you in America. And a lot of people in. It ain't just black people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more than just black people in America. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the power structure, they're telling you what to do. They don't tell you what to do maybe in your everyday life, but there's a structure set in place that dictates what you do. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, power. You know what I'm saying? And it's ridiculous that the centuries and how this thing been going with people, that it's a power struggle. Everything's a power struggle. And that's the problem that we in with this whole thing. It's a power struggle. Motherfuckers is having power struggles in their own house with their relationships. Niggas is you know what I'm saying? Like the females telling niggas, get in there and cook goddamn food. You know what I'm saying? This nigga like, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, he don't know if he a guy or you know what I'm saying. He start birthing the kids now. You know what I'm saying? He don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's a power struggle. Everybody in a power struggle. It's ridiculous. No doubt. Yeah. It definitely belongs to some of us more than others. Power, ego is definitely connected to control you. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of it. You know, in a sense. In a sense I'm guilty of it. Not wholeheartedly. But you know, you and I had to learn it and I learned it from my last relationship. Um I'm not gonna put out the business, you know, but I was trying to dictate something of this person, you know, my ex, when I knew what it was before we got into the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to like, you know, kind of like oversee it or something. You know what I'm saying? And it caused problems in the relationship trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, you know, you gotta kind of accept people for who they are, but you also, just because you accept someone for who they are don't mean you should stop trying to just give them information that could help them. You know what I'm saying? Just try to help them. But if they don't take heed to it, you can't be trying to crucify them. You see what I'm saying? It's like a delicate balance. You know what I'm saying? Look at you, I love running shit. You know what I'm saying? You like I love running shit. I feel you. I feel you, Queen. But that's some, you know, that's some, you know, it's a balance though, Queen. It's a balance. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance. You gotta know. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? One person out of billions, but it's my opinion that you gotta know when to step up. Then sometimes you gotta know when to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can try to run something when you need to be falling back. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you'll fall back when you need to step up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a delicate balance in that, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? On the real, that's what's up. You a fool, Queen. uh, but yeah, man, we've been getting it in. How long I've been on? I don't even know. But yeah, we got some more interviews coming. We definitely got some things coming with our organization, Queen. You know what I'm saying? We got some things to do with that. So man, I've just been staying positive, keep building, positive, productive, and playful. That's my motto. You know what I'm saying? Those three things. You know what I'm saying? Like really homing in on them things. You know, definitely just grinding, man. Just grinding, you know. Manifesting the reality that I want for myself. You know, trying to linking with people that I feel are at places that I want to be, you know, but still just remaining myself though. You know, I ain't about to be on no funny acting shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm oh no doubt One Nation is a movie. No doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? And I like how we've been doing it. Like we like Queen, we just chilling. You know, like we chilling. You know what I'm saying? We gonna piece it together slowly but surely, slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said in the presentation that I'm about to start putting little pieces out. You know, patience. Patience is very important when you building anything. You got to be patient. Be patient. You got to have the schematics. Who are some interviewers I look up to? Well, I always be joking with my people. I'm the new Tavis Smiley. You know what I'm saying? That name Tavis Smiley, right? Yeah, I always used to love watching those late night Tavis Smiley interviews. Um, those was dope interviews. Real educated dude. Real educated dude. I just watched a portion of his video that he did on Vlad, I think it was. You know what I'm saying? Real educated dude. Real educated dude. But I used to love his interviews. His interviews always came on 1, 2 in the morning, late night, and like I'll always catch those interviews. So definitely Tavis Smiley is someone. Definitely him. I like what's his name? Lamont something. He has he got the black something network or something. Real popular. Lamont something. I can't remember his name. You know what I'm saying? I got him on my matter of fact, let me look and see because I got him on my Twitter. What's his name? Lamont something. Real popular dude. But yeah, him. Let me see. So I hope y'all be patient. Uh I don't know. I can't think of his name. I can't find him. And that's what's crazy. Like usually when I go to my Twitter, he like right at the top. But his name Lamont something. He gets some real good interviews. Real good interviews. Him. Who else? That's a good question because like I don't really like me. I'm interviewing people, but I don't study interviewers. You know what I'm saying? But just because you hit me with the question, I always just joke about Tavis. And I like Lamont. You know what I'm saying? I like him. And who else? Let me give you one more. Let me end it on three interviewers. Three interviewers. Trying to think. Who was a dope interviewer? I don't know. I know I got one more in me. I'm trying. Oh, you know what? He's not an interviewer, but someone who. This is the person I gotta give him his props. I fuck with him. I hope I meet him because I got his information and he in Georgia with like I am. He's not an interviewer, but he's definitely a personality, a public figure. Is Star Troy Terrange Star? He is my motivation. He was my motivation to even want to do a podcast. And this is back in like 2016. You know what I'm saying? Like um he was like the first person he was like the first podcast I ever watched. You know what I'm saying? And this just shows you, kind of how late I am with this whole internet thing. Cause I think like 2016, I don't know, maybe the internet wasn't new. Cause I know like the internet, cause I had my first Facebook account in like 2010, but I didn't really get into the internet stuff. Like yeah, you would post a picture here and there, but like really utilizing it for like information, I wasn't on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I really started getting into the internet, like watching internet like around um yeah, Star. Yeah, Star Food. Like he was the first person I started watching on the internet that gave me the inspiration to do podcasting. Yeah, yeah, Star was. Cause he a fool. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said like so far as like doing this, my ears to the street has only been I've only been doing interviews on ears to the street since 2000 early 2021. My first interview was I think Double R to God. I think Double R to God was my first interview. If he wasn't my first interview, he was my first live interview where he like came to my spot in Atlanta. Like he came to my apartment and we did the interview. You know what I'm saying? So he's either my first interview or my first live interview. I think he might be my first live interview. You know what I'm saying? But he's very close to being the first one, if not the first one. But yeah, double out of God, double out of God. But yeah. You know, I only been doing this for since early 2021, and I was watching Troy Terrain. I was watching Star back in 2016, I think 2016, 2017. So, and I had all the equipment then. I had everything then. You know what I'm saying? I just never put it together. I had like the software. I had everything hooked up to with the cameras. Well, not the cameras, but the microphones and everything. You know what I'm saying? I just never did it. I just never did it. You know what I'm saying? At that point, 2016, 2017, I was working on my escape plan to get out of Chicago. So, like I said, I ended up selling all that equipment for the low to Buddy. You know, he was, he was an inspiring artist, and I always been about that. You know, like looking out for the younger dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always been my mo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when I was a younger dude, and certain one, not everybody, but certain older dudes be acting funny. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to trying to sun you. You know what I'm saying? On some disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? Like corny shit. You know what I'm saying? Corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I you older, you get the OG, you get the big homie pass, you get the big bro pass. But don't be trying to fucking sun me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about respect. It's about respect. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be about respect. So I'm about to end this because it's 2:24. That's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? That's how long I've been on. So I'm gonna leave it on that note. You know what I'm saying? I got 40 seconds left. So I appreciate Google me rocking with me. I appreciate you, Queen. You know what I'm saying? One Nation all day. Um, you know, if anyone wants to learn more about One Nation, the organization, the movement, please DM me. Everything is to the street the way it's spelled. On the much respect, Google. Appreciate your patience and you tuning in. If anyone want to know anything about One Nation or anything with Ears to the Street, just DM me. It's Ears to the Streets on all platforms. You know, man, I'm signing off. Peace, respect, and love. We out.